girl at your service.
Go. Try and get Mr. Geyer to pay by cash.
Well, his check's good, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm not sure the check we sent Nancy for the rent is.
Life in the fast lane. Allie, there are 2 men up on the sidewalk staring down at our door.
So?
So I don't like the looks of them.
Let me see.
What do you think?
I don't know. All I see are a pair of knees standing up there. Wait a minute. The knees are coming down. Well, he looks okay.
Read his chest.
Oh.
Should we open it or not open it?
Of course we should open it. You're being silly.
Okay.
Are you Kate McArdle?
I have a better question. Why does it say murder on your shirt?
That's the name of a movie. I was location scout for it.
I never heard of it.
Well, it was only released overseas. It was a big hit in Lapland. They just got sound. Are you Kate McArdle?
That's me.
Hi, I'm Benny Rinaldi. I got your name from Bob Rogers. I'd like to talk to you.
Oh, come on in.
Yeah, he said you had exactly the front door we were looking for. And he was right.
Why are you looking for a front door?
Oh, no. Really?
Really what?
Really?
This is so exciting.
What's so exciting?
They want to use our front door in a movie, right?
Right.
You're kidding. Not to sound crass or anything, but will any money change hands if you use our front door?
$400 from this hand to yours.
We accept.
Great. I have a release form here, if you'll just sign it, and we'll need the place from 6 o'clock tomorrow morning till around noon.
6 o'clock? People start making movies at 6 in the morning?
No, people set up lights at 6 in the morning, but they start shooting around 10.
So what kind of a scene is it? A gangland murder, a musical number, a chase? Will you be coming in the apartment? Because we have a slipcover for that couch, and if we dry cleaned it, we could get it back by Thursday.
Okay. Relax. What kind of a scene is it?
Oh, it's simple. A car pulls up outside, Newman gets out, comes down the stairs, comes inside. That's it.
Which Newman would that be?
Paul.
Paul Newman?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Okay, we're all set, so see you tomorrow around 6? Oh, you wouldn't happen to know if there's a good deli in the neighborhood, would you?
For the movie?
No, for corned beef.
Oh, sure. Just go to the corner, turn right, halfway down the block, tell them you want lean.
Thanks.
Okay.
Bye.
Isn't that exciting? Paul Newman's gonna be here tomorrow. That's great. Allie? You're not gonna get crazy or anything on me, are you? I know you had this thing for Paul Newman when you were a little girl, but you're a grown woman now. Yeah, I was afraid of that.
Here. In our house.
Outside our house.
He said he might come in.
Help me with the door, Al.
Oh, do you remember him in The Sting when he woke up in the carousel all rumpled and needing a shave?
The door, Allie?
Or in HUD, when he was out chopping the wood and Patricia Neal looked out the window and she saw him bare-chested and her eyes filled with quiet or not so quiet lust.
God help us.
In absence of malice, when he was standing on the boat and the sun lit up his bronze face and he offered Sally Field a beer. Or in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, when he was... Oh, Ginny, I was just talking about Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. You remember the part where Paul Newman was standing on the cliff and the Pinkerton guys were behind him and he had to jump off the cliff and the raging waters below? Or in Cool Hand Chip, do you remember in Cool Hand Luke? You saw that when he was eating the eggs and he had to eat all of those eggs. It was so disgusting. He said, well, what we can't do is kill you. Or in Captain Oxy and Roof when he played the son of a...
Allie, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing up?
I'm so glad you're here. I've been up for 3 hours. Do you think this dress is good to meet Paul Newman in?
Sit down. I want to talk to you.
Why, you think it's too dressy?
Sit down.
What?
Allie, a certain amount of hysteria upon meeting a movie star is to be expected, but you...
No, this isn't a movie star. This is Paul Newman.
Let me start again. A certain amount of hysteria upon meeting Paul Newman is to be expected, but you have gone too far.
I admit I've been a little excitable.
Yeah, like Lizzie Borden was a little crazy.
I never thought I would ever get to meet him, and now he's going to be in our house. We're going to be face to face.
Right, and you're going to say, well, how do you do, Mr. Newman? He's going to say, nice to meet you, and that's going to be that.
Do you really think he'll say nice to meet me?
You're starting again.
You're right, I am.
Be calm.
All right, I'll be calm.
Be cool.
Cool.
Be normal.
Don't push it, I'll be calm.
Well, listen, I've got a half an hour more sleep coming to me. Do you think I can trust you not to wake me up deciding which shoes you're going to wear?
I've already decided which shoes I'm going to wear, the beige pumps. You think the black flats would be better? What are you doing here? It is after 9 o'clock. You're late for school.
School. Mom, Paul Newman's gonna be here, remember? Paul Newman!
Okay. I admit I was a little over the edge last night, but the morning has brought me back to my senses and you back to school.
Hey, aren't you guys late for school?
Never have any fun around here.
Well, that should give you the incentive to go to school, become very smart, get a good job, and move out. Now, school.
Well, it's certainly great to see you back to normal.
Oh, it is certainly great to be back to normal. Honestly, I have no idea what got into me. I mean, just the thought of meeting Paul Newman was it just made...
She really likes Paul Newman.
Mrs. Lowell, please, I told you 100 times. Don't bother the crew. They've got work to do.
I was just wondering.
I know you were wondering where Newman is, what's he like to work with, how tall he is, does Joanne Woodward visit him on the set, does he kid around between takes? Mrs. Lowell, there are 200 pages in this book, and each one has a problem that I must solve.
All right. I won't ask you another question.
I'd appreciate it.
Except one. Are his eyes close to the color of cornflower or robin's egg?
Actually, maroon.
Sorry.
No, I don't want to be indebted to you.
Mr. Rinaldi, can't I just mean it for a
Mrs.
second?
Lowell, we have a policy. Mere mortals do not talk to the actors.
Funny, we're short one extra.
Anything specific?
Woman, 30ish, sexy.
I may have someone right here, but non-union.
Okay, we're covered.
When does he want her?
He's almost ready to go.
I'll send her right out.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Rinaldi.
Mrs. McArdle, could you come down here for a minute, please?
You're punishing me, aren't you?
Look, I would much prefer having you out there with Newman than in here with me. I am sacrificing myself for art. Mrs. McArdle, we need someone to walk by in the scene. No lines, but we'll pay you the standard minimum, okay?
Well, sure.
Great, I'll be right back.
Imagine that I'm going to be in the movie. Little old me up on the silver screen. You despise me, don't you?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Just a little disappointed. Maybe a little jealous. And I despise you.
You know, I don't really care about this, Allie. Why don't I just tell Mr. Rinaldi?
Oh, forget it. As far as he's concerned, I'm washed up in pictures.
Okay, they want to rehearse, so why don't you just go right on out?
All right.
Do you mind if I watch, or would you prefer it if I chained myself to the radiator?
Oh, watch.
Oh, thank you. I promise I won't bother anybody. Ah! There he is!
Al, get me the caterer.
Kate is 2 feet away from Paul Newman.
She's 2 feet away from his stand-in. Newman's in his trailer.
He's very much like him, isn't he?
Yeah, it's one of the qualities we look for in a stand-in.
I've got the caterer.
Great. Set up lunch across the street next to the truck. Oh, boy.
Excuse me. What are you serving for lunch?
Excuse me. What is it, your business?
It's just that I'm a caterer.
Oh, no.
But if you don't want me to bother you, I won't. Sorry, I've been bothering people. I'm sorry I'm annoying you. I'm sorry.
Oh, please, I don't need guilt. I have a mother who's still alive. We're having cold cuts, potato salad, coleslaw, and pickles.
You're kidding.
Why?
You're serving Paul Newman cold cuts?
Yeah, I understand he had some back in the late 70s and survived.
Mr. Rinaldi, I'm not doing anything this afternoon.
Oh, yes, you are, Mrs. Lowell. You're driving me crazy.
Why don't I make him a hot meal?
Oh, I couldn't let you go to all that trouble.
It won't be any trouble.
Yes, it will. He'd probably want to know how come he's having something different from everyone else, and I'd have to tell him, and then he'd insist on thanking you personally, and before you know it, he'd be in here slobbering all over you, and I couldn't expose you to that.
You're too kind.
And I've come to feel quite close to you.
If you need me, I'll be upstairs.
The minutes will be ours. I believe the upstairs is that way, Mrs. Lynn.
Hi. What's all this?
They're shooting a movie right outside our door.
I know. Afterwards, you want to have lunch?
I'm making lunch.
Oh, better.
Ah! This is for Paul Newman.
Really?
He's in the movie.
Oh, you've met him?
No, but I will, come hell or high water.
Well, I'll just hang out.
Won't do you any good. He is better guarded than Fort Knox.
Good.
Why good? Oh, Bob, you don't want me to meet him. That's so sweet.
Yes, it is, sweet, and I don't want you to meet him. If you want to meet somebody, meet the Pope.
I'm a grown woman.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
I don't even find him attractive.
I find him attractive.
To me, he's a fine actor, humanitarian, popcorn manufacturer.
Really?
Really? Now run along. I'll see you later.
You sure?
Go!
All right. Look, if I were meeting Jane Fonda, would you say?
Only to get her political views.
All right.
And to see if she'd introduce me to Paul Newman! Mr. Newman? Mr. Newman? Oh, Mr. Newman. Oh, Mr. Newman. Oh.
Come on, Paul. We've got a couple of minutes. Go ahead, Paul. You're kidding me. You should get a load of the one I'm keeping under your hair today. This is a real nutcake. She lives in the house. We use it. Voting, Mrs. Lowell.
Sorry.
Mrs. Lowell, illegal entry is against the law. For all I know, you could have been a thief.
Actually, I did steal something.
What's something?
3 hairs and a tissue.
I owe you an apology. You're not a nutcake. You're a genuine 24-karat solid gold Looney Tunes. Sam,
What's shaking?
could you meet me in Mrs. Lowell's apartment?
What's the problem?
Mrs. Lowell?
To tell you the truth, I understand how you feel. Newman really hits me where I live, too.
I've loved him all my life. In high school, I was the president of the IICMP and IDHC.
What's that?
If I could meet Paul Newman, I'd die happy club. Oh, Sam, couldn't I just for a minute?
Hey!
You got it.
I'm sorry, it's my job. Anyway, you're not missing much. Just a shot of some extras and a quick shot of Newman getting into the back of a truck, and that's it for the day.
We're ready for Mrs. McConnell.
That's it, I'm on my way. Wish me luck.
Break your legs. Break your leg.
Freud was no fool.
Sam, I feel terrible about this. I'm sorry.
All in a day's work.
You don't have to stand guard over me anymore. I'm not going anywhere. I've stolen all the hair I'm going to.
I know, but I gotta stay. Can I use a John?
Upstairs on the left.
Can I trust you alone for a couple of minutes?
I won't even dignify that with an answer.
Okay.
Hey, Mac, you seen the new PA? Thanks. Where is she? Hey! Oh, sorry, didn't mean to scare you. Are you the PA who's filling in for Paula?
That's me.
Great.
Is this the Newman truck for the last shot?
Yeah. Listen, I got to get back to my lockup. Electrics needs a couple of grip stands. Tell Alan to pull out an 8x8 silk and a couple of 5Ks. Better have some 10Ks ready if the light goes. Brody needs an apple, a half apple, and a couple of pancakes. If there's no PC, check with the AD and the UPM. You got that?
That's a wrap.
What?
Yeah.
Great. Thanks a lot.
You know, you got a really nice place here. Mrs. Lowell? Mrs. Lowell!
In a few moments, I will open my eyes, and our eyes will meet. Nirvana.
What's the problem? Can't anybody do anything right around here? Where's the grip stands? Where's the 5Ks?
We told the girl who's filling in for Paula to do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, the girl who's filling in for Paula is standing right over there. His name is Mervyn.
But she said that she would take care of him.
Okay. As it turns out, it's getting too late to do the truck shot. But be a little more careful next time, will you?
So where's the girl I was talking to?
Oh, I don't know where she is. But if it's who I think it was, I just hope she's very far away from me. Okay, Mac, take her away.
Well, I've just completed my debut performance. Hi, Sam. Where's Allie?
Gone.
Gone?
Slipped right through my fingers. Took it on the lam.
Oh.
She was in my charge and I let her get away. That's it. Back to my father's dress business.
Sam, you know, I think you take your job a little too seriously.
Mrs. McArdle, could you do us a small favor?
What's that?
Is it okay if Paul comes in here and make a phone call?
Paul?
Newman.
Oh,
Would that be all right?
sure, yeah.
Yeah, see, the phone booth is way down the block, and I'm afraid to get mobbed.
Yeah, no trouble.
You know, I wouldn't ask it if your friend was around, no offense, but she's a little on the immature side.
Well.
Come on, Sam, you're forgiven. And thanks again, Mrs. McArdle. Stay cool.
Paul Newman here!
Where's Allie?
Help! There's somebody in here! Help!
Ted, you can't believe how exciting it was around here today. I made my first screen performance.
Hi, where's Allie?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna die! Thank God we've stopped. Please, somebody, help me!
Hello there.
I feel like I've died and gone to heaven.
Whoa, Swain Yonkers.
You know, I'm really starting to get worried. Allie's been gone nearly 3 hours.
Didn't she say anything about where she was going?
No, she was under house arrest, and then she just took it on the lam. Mom,
Allie.
where have you been?
Yonkers.
Yonkers?
It's a long story.
Boy, what you meant.
What did I miss?
Nothing.
What did I miss?
Just a thing.
What thing?
Oh, this is silly. Paul Newman came in here to make a couple of phone calls, and I didn't think we should say anything because I thought it would upset you, you know, because you weren't here.
What are you doing here?
I thought about what you said about Newman. I decided you were lying.
Oh. Did you meet him too?
Yeah, he's a nice guy. You know, he looks a lot better in person.
So, are you terribly upset?
No, not terribly. I mean, I'm sorry I wasn't here naturally, but boy, it sounds like you guys had a lot of fun, huh?
He was so talkative, I couldn't believe he just talked.